2020 Worst Paint Schemes. Welcome everyone to a Soren review exclusive. And we're back for a part 2 sort of episode. If you remember, I did 2020 Best Paint Schemes. And now we're going on the other side of the spectrum and doing 2020 Worst Paint Schemes. I got the same format, top 10 exclusive paint schemes, honorable mentions. These have to be new paint schemes, all that stuff. And I won't be saying anything about the best paint schemes, right? Comparing paint schemes or anything, in case you haven't watched it. And by the time this video is being put out, right, I should have something posted either on Christmas or the day probably after. So stay tuned for that. But 2020 worst paint schemes, let's get into it. At number 10, similar to what we did in the other one, tied for number 10, but this one more has like a connection. These are the Roush Fenway Patriotic cars. These are ugly. I'm not gonna say, I'm gonna say it right now, these are ugly. Whoever the person who designed these paint schemes said, let's put orange with the American flag, should be fired right now. I'm not gonna lie, Roush Fenway has really good paint schemes. But then they also have stuff like this where it's just lazy. Let's let's just put the stars and the American flag. Orange and the American flag do not work. And it's shown right here. Newman had a really nice patriotic. They worked it well. Like a red and orange car last year with stars. That wasn't bad. This one's bad. And these are the ones raced at Indianapolis. This is bad, especially the Chris Buescher one. And at number 9, the Ryan Preece Velveeta car. Primary colors, right? Yellow, blue, and red. I ranked a lot of these cars basically saying like any car that's higher up on this list is worse. I basically like, is it worse than the Velveeta car? Because if it's worse than the Velveeta car, then it's going to go on this list. Primary colors can work. I don't know if I've ever seen it before, but there's a reason they're primary colors, and you see a lot of things in yellow, blue, and red, right? But here, it's bad for what Velveeta could have as a paint scheme. I think it could work really well, right? And they kind of did that with like cheese melting onto the red car. But the blue numbers, it reminds me like the Alex Bowman Lumar car, which isn't on here. But like people don't like the light like cyan blue numbers, right? Like the aqua numbers because they don't go anywhere. This is how I feel with this one. Like there's no blue. There's like a blue line on the Velveeta logo, but it's not even the right color blue. I don't know. I don't like it. Number 8, Aric Almirola Smithfield. Hashtag vote for bacon. I don't think it's actually hashtag, but like anyone's gonna notice. This car was raced at Kentucky. It won a stage, and he probably could have won with it. Oh man, I'm glad he did not win with it. Listen, with all due respect to Aric Almirola, this is a bad paint scheme. And it's not like he designed it. It's Smithfield's designers or Stuart Haas's designers, right, who designed it. And this isn't the only Stuart Haas car on this list. I have one higher up on this list. It's not Almirola, but it's a Stuart Haas car. This car's bad. I don't like it. The blue's really weird. Then it's really the red. You got like meat on the side, like a pack of bacon right here. It's poor. It's a bad paint scheme. I'm not gonna lie. It's just the blue is just weird. It doesn't work well. And then you're gonna see another one, right, where I think maybe it would have looked a little better depending on where it was raced at. Like if it's under the lights or like it was cloudy or whatever. This one was raced in the like Kentucky sun. It looked weird. I didn't like it at all. Number 7's Tyler Reddick's Feeding America car. It's weird. I don't like it. It's really bad. It's really really bad. You have like military green right? On the bottom and on the roof and pretty much everywhere. And then you have white, right? And I think that could work, but then you throw in orange. And I know that's like the Feeding America logo, right? Orange and a dark military light green. It's like more swampish, I guess. It's bad. It's really bad. There's I think maybe if there was more orange, like I think maybe it could work if it was you switched or the orange and the green around. I think then maybe it could work. It's bad. I just don't like it. I really do not like this car. I think, and then it's boring too, right? It's just a line across what is like a leaf by the contingency spots where they should be. Eh, it's bad. It's pretty bad. Number six, I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this one. Josh Biliki's Junction Fuels car. I like military paint schemes. Let me just say that first off. I like Bubba Wallace's Warthog's car. I like the RWR cars from I think it was Charlotte last year. I like them. I like them a lot, but this one's bad. This was raced at the second Texas race. Um, the military colors don't really work that well with the yellow number. Eh. And then you have like a red Junction Fuel sponsor. I don't know what Junction Fuels is, right? It's probably a gasoline company. I don't know if they like have military association, but it's pretty bad. I think maybe if they threw in I really don't know how to even fix this car. Like the color is just weird. And I think this is another one, maybe if it was raced under the lights, it would look a little better, but yeah. Yeah. Let's get to the top five. Ryan Preece's natural light seltzer car. He races at Vegas. When I first saw this car, I didn't like it. I remember I was watching TV, right, the race, and I remember they had engine problems and they rolled the car to the back, right, to the garage. And I remember seeing it. I'm like, oh man, that is a bad car. I didn't even know it existed till that moment. I'm like, oh boy, that's ugly. I didn't even know what the sponsor was till I looked it up. I just knew what the car was. That's how bad it was. And the Las Vegas sun was really bright too in that race, so it didn't help that I couldn't see like what this car even was. I didn't even know it was Ryan Preece, to be honest with you. If I'm not mistaken, I thought it was. If I'm not mistaken, I either thought it was one of the FRM cars or one of the back markers. I didn't even know it was Ryan Preece until they said, like, oh, Ryan Preece engine troubles. And I'm like, whoa, that was Ryan Preece. I didn't even see the 37. That's how ugly this paint scheme was. It's really bad. It's bad. I don't like it. Hey, and let me just say, Ryan Preece has four cars on this list. So I hate to be, at least Ryan Preece came close to winning something. He's not number one, but, I hate to be, you know, I hate to be mean to Ryan Preece, but this is his Honey Nut Cheerios car. He races the Michigan doubleheader. I don't like it. The dark maroon. It's not even red. It's like maroon, like blood. It looks like blood. What are you doing, Mister B? Down there, the Honey Nut Cheerios guy. The yellow doesn't work well. It's and then I don't get why this instead of making like a box, right, or like a design to so you can read Honey Nut Cheerios, they do like this like fading splotch thing. It's on the hood as well. It doesn't look good. It doesn't. It looks like a really poor paint job. It's ugly. It's not a good paint scheme to like do the fade thing. I don't like it at all. Number three, Clint Bowyer's One Cure car. He raced this at Kentucky again. This is that Stuart Haas car I was talking about. This is another Kentucky car. He raced this at Kansas, and I think he raced this at like another place. However, it was different. The green was dark green, like a dark green, not this weird swamp green. The numbers were green. It was not gold. But when you have this swamp green, it doesn't look good. It doesn't. It looks really weird. It looks like trash, like actual trash. Like I'm not saying the paint scheme's trash. Well, it is, but I'm not saying like it's like trash. I'm saying the color literally looks like trash, like stereotypical trash in like a cartoon. And I've seen where, and like before you say, oh, it's the dogs on the side. It's really not. I like paint schemes where there's animals on the side. I think to Jordan Anderson's truck, I think he was like a Pocono earlier this year, and I think of Briscoe's Nutrichomp's car from last year. That was executed well, and this one is really busy. It's really ugly. There's not much more to say than that. Number two is Ryan Preece, Slim Jim car. I don't like this car. Listen, to get a car when you don't have any contingency sponsors and you have a weird logo like Slim Jims, right? Where they can't really put it on the side. So what did they do? They leave it blank. It's a bland paint scheme. The only real design is you have like these weird red lines all over, and Slim Jims, it's red and yellow. It's boring. It's boring. It's a boring paint scheme. And it's not like, oh, so that's the best they could do. They could do so much more with this car. I'm thinking like the Slim Jims, put a giant Slim Jim on the side, or if you want like three Slim Jims, like big diagonal Slim Jims, something to save this car from just looking like this like very yellow, ugly car. It was raced at Homestead. It was like the most noticeable car in the field. Every time it would get lapped or like right, it was pitting, I'd notice it. It was bad. It was just so noticeable. Let's go to our honorable mentions. Let's go from uh top left, and we'll like a book. We'll read it like a book. Corey LaJoy's Polo Casino car. When I first saw this, I thought it like on the renders, I thought it was really nice. And then they brought it out at Auto Club, and it wasn't very nice. They said it was gonna have silver rims, and I don't see that. Uh, I don't even know it drives that 53 car. I like military paint schemes again, but that was poorly executed. The only designs as a star behind the 53 was raced at Atlanta. Joey Gase, I think, has a Charlotte. Again, an RWR car. The blue and the red isn't even American blue and red. It's like lighter colors. He spun out in this car. It's ugly. Chris Buescher's Roush car. I've seen Roush paint schemes, and I think this one was like a special car at the first Texas race. It wrecked in that big one on the front stretch. Oh my god, this is just an orange mat. It's just orange everywhere. And another Chris Buescher car. I like his Fast No car, and I know the pink numbers mean a lot, right? Cancer awareness, right? But it does not work on the Fast No car. And the one next to it, the Castro car, it does not work on it. The Sunny D one, it works okay. The guaranteed rate one, it doesn't look horrible. This one's bad. Those two are bad. I only have one all-star car on here. And there's a ton more I could put, but I only put one. That's McDowell's. And that's not because he wrecked Bubba Wallace, right? It's kind of a very interesting move from McDowell. But this one is probably my least favorite All-Star car. I don't, if that Loves wasn't next to the 34, I would not know what this car is. It's just a red, like, splotch, and it's just yellow everywhere else. It's bad. Ryan Blaney's Cardell car, the Menards neon yellow doesn't work well with the red. I don't even that Kansas car right there in the bottom left, 53 car that was raced at Kansas. It looks like a banana. I think it was also raced at Texas. Kevin Harvick's face car, the first one without the faces, right? You won at Darlington with that one wasn't horrible. It's just like it looked like it had like white spots everywhere. This one was bad with all the faces on it. It was ugly. The green light car, he raced that a few places. JJ Yeley. That one's from Kentucky. Again, ugly. That light green, it's bad. Joey Logano's Las Vegas car, the Pennzoil one, the black numbers look really good. The red ones just don't. The red ones just look horrible. And he won in that car too. But for number one, ugliest paint scheme of the year goes to JJ Yeley's PCA 4URX car. He raced this at Bristol. And to my knowledge, other than the Ryan Preece Slim Jim car, this was the only car this whole season I said out loud to myself, what an ugly car. Like, what an ugly car. It looks like ice cream, like, looks like when you have like those fun ice creams at like Baskin Robbins. It's ugly. It's a horrible car. Orange and the green, the Bristol race wasn't even the night race. It was like the bright, regular Bristol day race. It was ugly. It was ugly. Every time they lap it, it was horrible. I mean, look at this car. It's horrible. Whoever said orange and green, because I would probably bet PCA and 4URX or white 4URX is green, PCA is probably orange, and let's fuse them together to make this abomination. You could make something. I've seen like where two different sponsors make a paint scheme together, right? And look at Tony Stewart's car, where Mobile One and oh, which car was it? Mobile One and Office Depot, right? Would make paint schemes together, right? That's how you make a paint scheme with two totally different sponsors. I don't even think these two are really different. I think they're both medical, like pharmaceutical companies, right? This is bad. This is a horrible paint scheme. And yes, you could say, oh, it's a underfunded team. I've seen what underfunded teams can do. Look at RWR. They have some bombing paint schemes sometimes. This was bad. This was bad. I mean, they had what team is it? Tommy Baldwin Racing has two on this list. This one takes the cake by easily. Like this is one of the ugliest paint teams I've ever seen in NASCAR. I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you for tuning into this video. Um, what a bunch of crazy paint schemes. Make sure to tune in probably the 26th for another video. Um, and I'll see you all next time. If you want to subscribe, sure. Why not? I'll upload when I can. Thank you everyone for watching.